Cardi B has been through scandals before, but nothing like this. What started as a rumor in 2021 has now exploded into one of the most chaotic, high-stakes dramas hip-hop has ever seen. At the center, Cardi, Offset, and Saweetie. Three names locked together in a storm of betrayal whispers, alleged leaked tapes, and a lawsuit so massive it could end careers. And this time, the fallout isn't staying on blogs or gossip pages. It's crawling into the courtroom, where the stakes are $50 million and reputations on the line. The roots of this saga stretch back to 2021. Saweetie had just stepped out of her high-profile relationship with Quavo. For 2 years, they were the poster couple of flashy love, showering each other with Birkins, jewelry, and red carpet affection. Then came that infamous elevator clip leaked to TMZ, showing Saweetie and Quavo tussling over a Call of Duty case. In a single moment, the couple goals image shattered. What should have been just another breakup turned nuclear. Almost immediately, whispers began circulating that Saweetie had been sneaking around with Offset while Cardi was pregnant. No photos, no texts, no receipts, just gossip spiraling into chaos. But fans were quick to latch on. Offset's cheating history was already public record. Cardi had even filed for divorce in 2020 before eventually reconciling. So, when a source claimed Offset and Saweetie were closer than they should have been, the internet didn't hesitate. Blogs pushed the story, forums dissected it, and fans speculated endlessly about betrayal inside the tight circle of Migos and Cardi's household. Then, in October 2022, Quavo and Takeoff dropped their project, only built for Infinity Links. Buried in track 4 was a verse that sent shockwaves through the industry. Quavo rapped, "F my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the gang, you should have said it. We would have blessed it." He never said names, he didn't have to. Fans immediately decoded the lyric as a thinly veiled shot at Offset and Saweetie. Overnight, the old rumor had fresh life. Conspiracy theories took off like wildfire, and the internet did what it does best: turn speculation into perceived truth. Quavo later tried to downplay the lyric, insisting people were reading too much into it. But the damage was done. The lyric etched the rumor into music history, stamping it in a way no denial could erase. The whispers weren't just gossip anymore, they were part of the Migos' legacy. And soon, loyalty cracks inside the group began to show. Migos split, and although public explanations touched on creative differences and personal tragedy, many couldn't help but wonder if betrayal was the real poison in the crew. By 2023, the noise had cooled down. The blogs moved on to fresher scandals. But then Offset sat down with Joe Budden for an interview that reignited everything. He denied certain accusations, but left enough cryptic hints that fans heard more than what he said. His body language, the pauses, the side comments, they only added fuel. And then came DJ Academics. If there's one figure known for stirring hip-hop chaos, it's Academics. He didn't just discuss the interview, he threw names into the fire. Ari Fletcher, Creation Rock, women whose connections to Offset were now laid out for the internet to chew on. It wasn't subtle, it was reckless. And it worked. The story exploded again, louder than before. Ari didn't take it lightly. Reports claim she responded not with tweets or shade, but with a looming lawsuit. $50 million in damages for being dragged into something she had nothing to do with. That number turned heads. A lawsuit of that size meant the drama was about to get legal, messy, and expensive. But the lawsuits weren't the only twist. Rumors spread that an actual tape existed, a video linking Offset and Saweetie in ways Cardi could never ignore. According to insiders, the tape wasn't leaked by accident. It was revenge. Cold, calculated, and devastating. Some whispers even pointed at Cardi herself as the source, saying she wanted to hit Offset where it hurt after years of humiliation, while at the same time destroying Saweetie's good girl image right before her next big rollout. If true, it wasn't just personal revenge. It was nuclear sabotage. Saweetie didn't brush it off. She hit back with legal firepower. Her lawsuit named Offset and Cardi directly, accusing them of defamation, intentional emotional harm, and deliberate career sabotage. And this wasn't a bluff. Early court filings reportedly showed requests for forensic evidence, IP addresses, metadata, even cloud storage logs that could tie the leak back to Cardi's devices. The suit claimed not only emotional trauma, but also millions in lost endorsements, canceled deals, and damage to Saweetie's brand. Then came the question of witnesses. If this case made it to trial, the witness list would look more like a music festival lineup than a court docket. Quavo could be called to testify, potentially revealing the receipts he's allegedly kept since 2021. Text messages, group chats, even screenshots that might confirm his suspicions from back then. DJ Academics might face his own legal heat, with Saweetie's lawyers considering action against him for amplifying defamatory claims. And Blueface? He added his own gasoline to the fire, claiming Christen and Offset had hooked up as well. His timing was no accident, dropping his comments right as the leaked tape rumors dominated headlines. The internet split in two. Some argued Cardi leaking a tape, if true, would be too messy even for her. Too risky. Too dangerous legally. Others pointed out that Cardi has never been one to sit quietly when cornered. They remembered her brutal defamation win against Tasha K, where she walked away with nearly $4 million. That case proved she knows how to use the courts and isn't afraid of dirty fights. Could this time be any different? But the story twisted again. Industry whispers suggested the leak might not have come from Cardi directly. Instead, the finger turned toward her own circle. A former assistant, allegedly disgruntled, may have had access to sensitive files and let one slip. Word spread that this assistant had been dropping hints at industry events, bragging about files they once handled. If true, Cardi could still face liability since the material came from her possession. But it also meant betrayal from within. The person she trusted most may have played her, or, depending on who you believe, this assistant story was just a smokescreen to protect Cardi from direct blame. And then came the middleman theory. According to fan detectives, a friend in the industry acted as courier, passing the tape to blogs. Some speculated a female rapper who'd recently shared festival stages with both Cardi and Saweetie. Others pointed at a fashion influencer with a shady reputation for leaking content in exchange for ad revenue. If either name ever came out in court, the betrayal angle would eclipse even the cheating rumors. Fans took it further, suggesting the whole scandal wasn't about Cardi or Saweetie at all, but a coordinated attempt by rivals to destroy them both. The theory goes like this. Saweetie was on the cusp of a major label push. Cardi was preparing for her next album. Then suddenly both careers are sideswiped by scandal that paints them messy and distracted. Who benefits? Their competition. Rival rappers have stayed strangely quiet throughout the saga, and fans are convinced it's because they're enjoying the implosion from the sidelines. Legally, things are even darker. If forensic evidence ties Cardi or her circle directly to the leak, she could face more than civil damages. California law classifies non-consensual distribution of intimate material as a crime. Even if criminal charges never stick, a $50 million civil judgment could be devastating. Cardi's already entangled in financial battles from the Tasha K case. Another hit this size could cripple her brand. Offset isn't safe either. His solo career has struggled since Migos fell apart, and major labels hate scandals that risk expensive payouts. Endorsements and sponsorships could vanish overnight. And Saweetie? For her, this lawsuit isn't just about money, it's about survival. It's about proving she won't be destroyed by gossip, leaks, or betrayal. Her legal team is going for the jugular: defamation, emotional damage, and economic harm. Building a case that paints Cardi and Offset as reckless saboteurs. They're reportedly holding private messages between Offset and Saweetie that could confirm the very thing Offset has denied for years. If those texts are real and make it into court, everything changes. Rumor becomes fact, allegation becomes evidence, and careers collapse in the fallout. The internet's already asking the dangerous questions. Will Quavo finally step forward and confirm the betrayal that's haunted his crew since 2021? Will Cardi's own team flip on her if subpoenas fly? Could Offset sacrifice Cardi to protect himself? The dominoes are lined up, and it might only take one piece of evidence to set off a chain reaction that destroys them all. And that's why this story is more than gossip. It's a career-ending storm with no clear way out. If the case quietly settles, fans may never know the full truth, just like the original rumor that started all this. But if it goes to trial, get ready for receipts, screenshots, DMs, testimony, and names that could expose the industry's deepest secrets. So the question is, who really leaked the tape? Was it Cardi herself, furious and humiliated? Was it an assistant seeking revenge? Or was it an industry rival pulling strings to watch two women self-destruct? Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. This scandal isn't finished. The courtroom is just the next stage, and when the doors open, the music industry may never be the same again. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Cardi orchestrated the leak? Was she betrayed by her own camp? Or is this all part of a bigger plot to pit her and Saweetie against each other? The truth is coming, and from the looks of it, the next chapter will be even messier than the last. Stay locked in, because every detail only makes this story welder.